हर हर महादेव। नमस्कार सभी को।
What have you all been expecting from the topic? I'm really keen to hear that out. Since I've written the word love stories.
How to look at D7 chart? Maybe
D10.
D7.
D7. Okay. Okay. Others?
Curiosity.
Yeah. Rashna, I couldn't hear you.
Curious. Just curious.
Just curiosity. Okay.
Yeah.
D9, sir.
D9. What about others? The kind of creative I made, I actually created too much of attention. So that's why I thought probably people expecting what? Let me just take a feedback.
We can see even fifth house, no, sir? Fifth house.
Yes, of course. Fifth house as well. That also plays a role, but typically, as far as BNN is concerned, it doesn't really matter to us whether we are talking about fifth house or not, because we don't go by that principle. For example, you take your chart, you change the timings. Let's say, take an assumption you are born at 10 a.m., convert it into 10 p.m. Your house will change, but the planet belongs to which Rashi, that will remain constant. Understand? That's always going to remain constant. That is not going to change. And BNN works on that kind of a principle. Yes, if we have the birth timing, it's all the more better, because then that gives us accuracy. And plus, we are able to take a dive into the further divisional charts if needed, especially D9. Most of your readings from D1 onwards, everything is clear. You don't really need to take too much of efforts. So it is not necessary that it is going to be fifth house only. What if the timing is not correct? Then will you be able to look into the person's life or not? So BNN doesn't really go by that method. But yes, if you have the details, it's all the more better. Nothing like it. Okay, so let's get started. No point in delaying further. So our topic is, we are making use of BNN in order to look into marriage, separation, love, relationship. Yes, I've used the word love stories because that's how things actually supposed to be. Now, irrespective of whether the memory that was left was good or not, let's keep that aside. Still, it's a story. And every story has its own kind of an ending. So that depends. Now, before we proceed further, we take a step back into our last session, which we did on Shiv Shakti Samvad, which was basically a dialogue between Mahadev and Ma Parvati. Now, in this, couple of things that we have studied. Part of it, which I haven't included that day, now I take it up today with regard to the kind of purpose we have to understand marriages, relationships, etc. on astrology front. So now, how Shiv Shakti Samvad looks upon the whole concept of marriage. The foundation, the screen is visible, right? Just give me a thumbs up or someone just reply.
Yes, it's visible.
Sir, we can see you.
No, the screen.
No, we can just see you.
Just one. Perfect, right?
Yes.
Okay. So while we proceed with this, but we need to understand certain concepts. And BNN, like I've shared even before, much of it comes from Shiv Shakti Samvad. So let's take a step back in order to look into the previous session, the Shiv Shakti Samvad, and what all things are mentioned over there and how they connect further with the chart. Foundation of marriage, Srishti Rahasya. They're calling it as Srishti Rahasya. Shiva becomes capable of creation only when united with Shakti. Simple, isn't it? Very, very common, very obviously known. But the real meaning of it is, without Shakti, it's only Shava. When Shiva combines with Shakti, that is when you get Shiva, else it is Shav. So the male energy, in absence of the female energy, it's nothing. They play equal role. They have to unite. So husband alone is not, someone who's capable to run everything. The typical myth, I'm a guy, I'm a man, I'm the one who's driving the family. No, not at all. That whole mindset, the patriarchy concept, when we go back into our Puranas, those things don't exist. But somewhere over a period of time, society has created it. Multiple factors responsible, but society has created it. However, what our Granth says is husband alone is not someone who is responsible for creating it. Wife is not supposed system. She is essential. She is not only supposed to be supporting the guy, the man. दोनों के अपने इक्वल रोल है, हर एक का अपना किरदार है. सिर्फ ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं हस्बैंड हूं, मैं सब कुछ ड्राइव करूंगा, सब कुछ मेरे इर्द गिर्द होगा, मैं घर का मेन सदस्य मैं हूं. नहीं, वो मैं फैक्टर नो. इट इज अबाउट हम, us, we together. So wife has equally important role. And it succeeds, the marriage succeeds only when both the energies function together. तो दोनों का इक्वल रोल है, तो दोनों को साथ में तालमेल बना के काम करना होगा, लाइफ को संभालना होगा, लाइफ को चलाना पड़ेगा. आप ऐसे नहीं कह सकते कि मैं अकेला ही सब कुछ करने वाला हूं. नहीं. Typical, even today they show in a lot of movies, or rather there are so many people who believe even today कि लड़का है तो सब कुछ है. The guy is the main thing. He can ask for anything. बिल्कुल नहीं. Second point, equality, not role division. So when you see Ardhanarishwar Roop of Mahadev, it has Mahadev and Shakti, both. Both have equal role. There is no one superior. There is no hierarchy that only after husband, then wife का नंबर आएगा. Husband के खाना खाने के बाद में wife ने खाना खाना. No, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. ये एक माइंडसेट बनाया लोगों ने, जिस किसी भी वजह से बनाया. उसकी झूठी थाली में हम खा रहे हैं. Come on, why? It's not needed. She's a human being. She deserves equally respectable treatment. No biases. It is the whole marriage has to appear like it's a one single soul. Although they are two souls, but they are one single soul. So that is what is Ardhanarishwar. They have to be together, bonded together. Patience, tapasya, and worthiness in marriages. Parvati's tapasya. Now, Parvati Ma had done tapasya in order to be able to marry Mahadev. Without inner discipline and tapasya, the supreme partner cannot be achieved. Now, this point, you all, if you want, you can take a screenshot or just have it written down. We're going to come back to it. But in essence, what it means is marriage is not entitlement, and inner maturity attracts the right union. In absence of inner maturity, so when you say tapasya, I am waiting for that particular X person in order to marry me. And that's one way to look at it. But are you ready to get married? क्या आप तैयार हैं? Age wise, maturity wise, mindset wise? Age हो गई है, ठीक है. But क्या आप अभी भी उतने matured हो शादी के लिए? इधर गड़बड़ होगा. Thank you, Rachna ji, for the reaction. I was actually waiting for it. Shiva waits till Parvati evolves, not pleads. And this factor is applicable in both. None of them are supposed to be pleading. You can wait. You're supposed to wait. Because one has to evolve. तो वो होगा, तब जाके आगे बात बन सकती है. So patience, tapasya, and worthiness in marriage. Now we'll be coming back to this point 1 second later. Love without attachment, freedom-based union. Neither it can be an attachment without love, nor it can be you're binding the freedom of your companion. Love is in the form of presence, not control. कि जो होगा मेरे कहने पे होगा, मेरे हिसाब से होगा, इतने बजे ये होगा, उतने बजे ये होगा, कहाँ जा रहे हो, क्या कर रहे हो, everything I will guide, I will say, I decide. So this whole I. Peace sustains the relationship, not a possession. A lot of people are there. A lot of people, they behave in such a manner that they have to control the companion. They are in control of the marriage. They are the ones who are going to decide everything. No, that's not the way how it is supposed to be. Absolutely not. Now, these things are common sense, isn't it? We all are aware. You are aware. I am also aware. But this common sense becomes uncommon when it comes to life. The kind of chats we come across and the kind of behaviors people show, you will be amazed. So don't feel even for a moment like, why are we talking about something like this, which is so basic and common sense? No, people don't understand. It is not basic. Or the way it is said, common sense is not very common, Communication without ego. Part of Kailasa Samvad. Parvati repeatedly questions Shiva on dharma, karma, household, and Shiva doesn't answer any of those questions with an irritation. He's kind, he's calm, and he addresses to every question that is coming from her without any ego. Like, come on, I have to answer every small information to you. No, that's not the reaction he's giving. He's telling each and everything. That whole Samvad conversation which Mahadev and Parvati had, it includes Mahadev answering each and every conversation, every question. So ideal communication is required in a marriage. Knowledge sharing within the marriage. Basic, isn't it? Very basic. But just look around within your friend circle, maybe your marriage, maybe your relative, friend, someone. Is this basic thing understood? It's simple. Spiritual growth strengthens the marriage. This is part of Gyan Rahasya. When both partners pursue Gyan and Dharma, the household life will become peaceful. So realizing oneness dissolves bondage and ignorance. Both partners practicing spirituality. Beautiful it will be. On the contrary to wife just not interested, or probably the husband just not interested in maybe doing things for the namesake. But when they both are into it, the outcome will be amazing. Especially if we are talking about Tantra path, too good. Because there are a lot of rituals for both husband and wife, the companion. Marriage and spirituality. Marriage is not an obstacle to spirituality. They both can be achieved together by maintaining the balance of life. Just because now I'm married, I don't think I need to be spiritual. No, I'll approach spirituality after probably in my 50s, 60s, 70s. No, not at all. Both can be perceived alongside. You live your गृहस्थ जीवन, आप अपना गृहस्थ जीवन जिएंगे और उसके साथ में आप स्पिरिचुअलिटी अप्रोच कर रहे हैं. That's possible. उसके बगैर हो रहा है, वहां पे प्रॉब्लम है. क्योंकि आप अपनी जिम्मेदारी तो छोड़ नहीं सकते ना. You have to fulfill your duties towards your family. So it has to be balanced and both have to be there. Now, aside from this, there was this one point which I had shared with you all even in the previous session of Shiv Parvati Samvad, which said grahas are conscious beings and they play a role in our life. Their job is to make sure that the results of our karma are delivered to us. And this is exactly what is the base of Nadi astrology. Now, keeping this in mind, let's go back from where we started. Read this slide and tell me what planet do you see here? Everything that we spoke actually has a planet involved or planets involved.
Venus.
Venus. Perfect.
Mars and Venus.
Mars and Venus.
Mars and Venus.
Jupiter.
Jupiter. Okay. Why Jupiter, sir?
This is Dipali or Ankurji.
Dipali.
I think Jupiter is important for marriage.
Okay. It plays a very important role as such. That's correct.
Yeah.
Typically, we are talking about husband is not alone important. Wife is essential. So we are talking about two karaktattvas. One, husband and wife. Husband is Mars. Wife is Venus in BNN. So that's how we approach. So two planets are included over here. Equality, not role division. I am Shakti and you are my very self. No superiority, no hierarchy, one soul appearing as two partners. What planets do you see here?
Ketu.
Sun and moon, sir.
Sun and moon. Okay. Why moon?
Mind and emotions.
Mind and emotions. Okay. And why sun?
Sun is like authority.
It is sun.
Ego.
For ego aspect.
No,
Okay.
sun.
Ah.
Sun. No superiority.
No superiority.
And
And don't you
sun
think
से
we also
superior
need to
क्या है?
add one more planet here? There is one more will
Sat-
come.
Saturn.
No.
No.
Who can
Ketu,
give
sir.
us more feeling of superiority? Who else?
Mars.
Mars. Absolutely correct. So we got 2-3 planets coming over here. Moon we can consider because emotionally things can go wrong. So yes. Patience, tapasya, and worthiness in marriage. Without inner discipline and tapasya, the supreme partner cannot be had in your life. Who are we talking about? Which planet?
Disciple of Bole Baba, Saturn.
Saturn. Okay. Anything else? Anyone? Saturn is the
There's no
perfect
entitlement.
answer. Saturn is the perfect answer. Other planets can certainly play a role at times, especially someone like Mercury. Since we are talking about the maturity aspect of it. So Mercury also plays a certain role in this. Love without attachment.
Ketu.
Ketu. Okay. Anything else?
Presence and
Come
not
on.
control. So just to be.
Yuji, glad to see you today. I believe you're joining
अरे
the session for
सर
the first time, sir.
अरे सर वो आज टाइमिंग बैठ गई सर, इसीलिए आते ही आपको पहले प्रणाम किया.
आपका शायद टॉपिक ऐसा है कि आप इंटरेस्ट ले लिया आज.
रिलेट कर पा रहा हूँ.
Okay. Anything else over here? Love is presence, not control. Peace sustains relationship, not possession.
केतु है ये.
केतु के अलावा और कोई आएगा यहाँ पे रोल प्ले करेगा?
Saturn.
No.
Saturn. Okay.
Because this is maturity.
This is maturity.
Peace.
And
Peace and not controlling. Isn't that maturity related to Saturn?
true. Also Jupiter comes here. Jupiter also plays a role over here. We go to the next. Communication without ego.
It has to be Jupiter.
Jupiter, okay. And?
नहीं, ego without ego, Jupiter नहीं.
Without ego.
Mercury, sir.
Without ego,
Mercury.
Jupiter नहीं होगा.
Mercury, we are talking about communication.
Mercury.
Absolutely correct.
Without ego, Jupiter नहीं होगा.
You're talking about communication, so yes, Mercury. और कौन आ सकता है यहाँ पे?
सर विदाउट ईगो लिख दिया आपने, नहीं तो नॉलेज शेयरिंग में तो जुपिटर आ सकता था, लेकिन विदाउट ईगो लिख दिया. जुपिटर बिना ईगो के होगा नहीं.
नहीं, जुपिटर है तो जरूरी नहीं. इनफैक्ट जुपिटर है तो ईगो नहीं होना चाहिए, बंदा ग्राउंडेड होगा सर. जुपिटर का पॉजिटिव इफेक्ट है तो.
सन भी आ
अच्छा.
सकता है ईगो.
सर नॉलेज शेयरिंग में तो फिर जुपिटर है, अगर विदाउट
सन
ईगो
हो
है तो.
सकता है. Mercury and Sun.
Sharing, basically we are talking about communication. Now knowledge is one part of it, like I know something you don't know and you know something I don't know, so it is a mutual communication, day to day life.
Mercury.
So Mercury plays, Sun plays role here, Mars will play a role here. किसी का भी influence, it can do right and wrong. Jupiter also will play a role here. Ketu, if comes here and plays a role, then what will happen?
केतु.
हाँ, अगर यहाँ पे केतु आता है और केतु ने रोल प्ले किया तो क्या होगा?
सर कम्युनिकेशन बंद हो जाएगा.
So surrender, it's theme surrender हो जाएगा.
काफी अधूरापन रहेगा. उससे कई गुना ज्यादा आर्ग्यूमेंट्स होंगी, बेतुकी आर्ग्यूमेंट्स.
कम्युनिकेशन बंद हो जाएगा.
आर्ग्यूमेंट्स बहुत ज्यादा होंगे वहां पे केतु के आने पे. स्पिरिचुअल ग्रोथ स्ट्रेंथेन्स मैरिज. यहाँ कौन आता है?
केतु महाराज.
केतु महाराज. ओके. और
Jupiter.
Jupiter.
Saturn also.
Saturn also will play a role here. Saturn will also play a role here, because if both are supposed to be on the part of spirituality, Saturn definitely will be playing a very strong role in the chart. 5th, 8th, 12th, somewhere you'll see the role happening. Marriage and spirituality, marriage not an obstacle. So point is, there is no one planet who is doing everything. No one planet. Together, सभी का मिलजुल के रोल है, and that's how this thing gets created. सिर्फ एक से नहीं होने वाला. किसी चार्ट में देखिएगा कि 7th हाउस में केतु आ गए, हाँ ठीक है, तो सर डिवोर्स पक्का नहीं होता, नहीं होगा. ये रटे रटाए फॉर्मूलाज हैं. It doesn't work that way. Just because 7th house Ketu, it marriage is going to lead into a divorce or separation? Not at all. Won't happen. There are plenty good cases. So you have to look at the chart in totality, and each and every planet is going to play a role. Now it depends on its Karak Tattva. The same planet might be playing a role via someone else. Like for example, communication with husband is not a problem. But जेठानी के साथ जब बातचीत होती है, as in my sister-in-law, and there is a communication problem because she is someone who's been wanting to control our family. She's herself got separated and she's trying to control our family. Isn't this something common? बहुत बार सुनने मिलता है. It can come in the form of Fufi, Bua, someone else. Husband, wife still managing things. But you know, the side characters, they're playing a role when things are really going bad, messed up. Everyone, thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Har Har
Thank you,
Mahadev.
sir. Thank you,
Har
sir.
Har
Thank you
Mahadev.
so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.